It's Monday evening and I'm here in the offices of Carelocal, the lovely people who want to throw me out of a plane, along with all of you. Thank you so much for your donations. I'm with Sheila Desmond, who is the volunteer coordinator here, and what she's going to do is tell us a bit more about how the money that you have donated and the awareness that you have raised is going to make to this charity. Sheila, hiya.
Hello.
How are you? Very nervous.
Yes, I'm very nervous.
How long has Carelocal been going for?
Carelocal's been going since 1974.
Right.
Back then it was a different type of Dublin. People were more in need of financial aid, and it was set up by Eileen and Martin Cohn. You know, the last 30 years Dublin has become a really rich city financially, and older people find that they could manage on their pensions, but they were quite lonely and isolated. People are living longer, families have to move out of the city and buy cheaper houses. Daughters, sons have to work to pay their mortgages, and 7 days in a week, 24 hours in a day can be quite lonely for anybody. Carelocal do now, we recruit volunteers to visit an older person living alone at home, or could be living in a nursing home. They can be very lonely places if you don't have any visitors or not many visitors. And through the last few years we've we applied for money to dormant account funding, and they have given us money for the last 2 years, very generously given us some money, and we organise social outings for our older people.
Okay.
That consists of booking a nice hotel, transport to and from their front door.
Right.
Excuse me. Going to a really nice hotel, having a nice lunch, a 2-course lunch normally, because they don't have a huge appetite.
Of course.
Okay, and then we have a volunteer coming in, a musician, and he plays music, and the older people get up and dance, and if they can, and they get up and sing a song, and it means so much to them. So your money that you're donating to our friend here for jumping out of an airplane, taking his life in his hands,
God help me.
excellent, is going to a really good cause, because we don't have any more money for social outings. Every time I get on the phone to an older person, they're asking when is the next outing. I was up in St. James's Hospital the other day visiting one of our ladies, and she said, you know, when is the next outing? Because we had so much fun, it gets me out of the house. These people are confined to their houses 6 days a week, of course, you know, and then they go out with Carelocal, you know, twice a year, whatever. As much money as we can get, we need as much money as we can get. And the feedback I get from the older people is amazing. It's a really simple thing. It's 1 hour per week. That's what the attraction of Carelocal is. People who are really busy, you know, working full-time. The majority of our volunteers work full-time. Right. And they say, I can give an hour to an older person. And you know, one of the saddest things I've heard an older person say in my time in Carelocal, 6 years or so here, is I know somebody's calling. Somebody's going to call this week. Right. You know, not the public health nurse. They do great work. Everybody, the home health, but this volunteer is coming for the older person, not to work, not to. And it makes such a difference. There's one gentleman, he actually gave us a present of a picture behind on the wall there. Oh, really? Okay, yeah. Okay, he painted that as a thank you for introducing him to his volunteer. Thursday is the day Jackie comes. Right. That's the highlight of his week. Right. Is Thursday, because his volunteer comes that day. Yeah. You know.
And all around the walls here, I see pictures of like very happy people who are out at social outings and stuff like that. Approximately how many people are you helping?
Well, the outings, you know, on average would be 60 a day, but we do visit around 139 older people. And is that in a specific area of Dublin or all throughout? It's the Dublin City Council area, which covers a wide area of the city. And as I say, some of these live in nursing homes, and some of them are living at home. Some of them are living with members of their family, but they're out working all day. As I say, if you're stuck at home, 4 walls, your daughter could be out of work all day, your son could be out of work all day. You're sitting there. It can be a long day, you know, and it can be very lonely. Of course, you know. And that's where you guys come in. Yeah. Where does the money that everybody who has donated, where is it going to? What are you hoping to do? I know they know, but I want you to tell them. Yeah. You see, I've been moaning here in the office, if I'm going to be really honest. I've been moaning, saying there's no money for day trips, there's no funding for day trips, there's no funding. And Hilda, our fundraiser, got really fed up with me moaning and saying, okay, so we'll get this guy to dive out of a plane for the outings. Right. Because, you know, we have no money for outings. Yeah. It costs about €3,000 per day trip because we have to hire special buses, for the wheelchair users or people that cannot climb onto a bus. So these buses have a ramp that'll take you up and you just step in. And so the buses can be quite expensive. The money pays for the buses. It collects the person from their front door and brings them back to their front door. Everything is safe. We go to a really nice hotel. They have a lovely meal and they have the music. The money is really needed. So, get behind this guy and, push him out of the plane.
There's a lot of queue for that. Well, anyway, so that's great. Thank you so much for explaining. Thank you again, everybody who has donated and written blog posts and tweets and everything like that. And I'll see you hopefully after the dive on Saturday.